Well, hello, Star Wars fans. Hey, there's just 198 days until Christmas 2021. We've gone under the 200-day mark, and today I've got the blue screen on because I've got this little thing on my finger. I had a procedure done today on a cyst that's underneath here, and now I've got to wear this thing for a month. So you'll see if I turn on the blue screen, then my finger disappears. So we don't want that. It looks odd. So instead of that, here we are. So today we've got Martin Keeler, Zuvium. Hello.
Hello.
We've got a lot of fun things to talk about today with the Hasbro Father's Day Star Wars thing that they did. So just off the top, overall, how did you feel like the reveals today were?
Well, I'm kind of always relatively pleased with what they reveal because I think there's a good balance. I thought there was quite a few surprises in there today, and I thought overall it was a good one, really good one. Some really good stuff came in there. I was surprised by the Black Series archive, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
Yes.
And there was a vintage collection reveal in there, but we'll probably gloss over that. It's like it was really dull and a figure that nobody wanted, so we probably won't even talk about it.
A very niche group. Yeah.
A real old peg warmer.
Oh, the Black Series ones are on the pegs in my local store. I've been there every time I go in. I go and check, and they're still hanging there. Same one.
There you go. You see, I'm just saying.
I did notice that our Black Series collectors are a little happier today than the vintage collection figures, but I'm very happy as well. Didn't get everything I want, but that's what happens. Santa's used to that. Kids every year come up and say, Santa, I asked for this and this, and you didn't get it. Well, if you give them everything they want, then they just get spoiled. So you got to get them what they need. So
yeah.
So we do have a lot. I did like the comment earlier from Russell. It said, "Can they give us what we want? The Sith Santa figure with light up eyes." So that's great. I do have a Black Series Santa Trooper, right?
Oh.
So we do need the Sith Santa with light up eyes. That would be great.
Yeah, I genuinely, I think I might have shown this on the previous show. I have the one and only Holiday Black Series Zuvio figure.
Oh, you're kidding!
Yeah, I've got one of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Is in the Zuvium at the moment. So for people who don't know, because people think it's a joke, I genuinely have a Constable Zuvio museum called the Zuvium that has nothing but Constable Zuvio in. And he's in there at the moment.
Talk about a niche group.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that Star Wars Santa will take the tour. I can do a virtual tour.
I do want to do that. That would be fantastic. And it would be a lot of fun. So I did get a question about, I'm a Star Wars channel, but I like Loki. I've not watched it yet. Have you watched it, Martin? Okay,
so here's a bit of a behind the scenes magic. I turned up for this about 20 seconds before broadcast, I think.
You did.
And that's because I just managed to watch Loki with my family. And I was watching my watch going, yeah, I'm going to be late, but I'm going to watch the end of Loki. I think it was really good. First episode, really good.
Yeah.
I think it's going on to better things as well, but it was a good setup episode. And it explained a lot very quickly about how we've got to where we're getting.
I'm looking very much forward to getting it. Oh, and I got a new shirt. I got to show this because my oldest daughter's got me a couple of gifts this week, and so I'll show you this. This is my my new shirt. So it's fantastic. So I got that.
Can I show you my shirt? Which I apologize for my physique, but
very nice.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is. There's the Zuvio peg warmer T-shirt. There you go.
Zuvio peg warmer. It says right on it, peg warmer. There you have
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
I got a Darth Vader phone holder So,
Oh, very nice.
So, my oldest daughter's taking care of her dad. That's great. So, we're we're having fun. So let's get into these reveals that came today. And I did take these off of our Discord server. So thank you for posting those. And for anybody who wants to get a better look at these or look at them yourself, just join our Discord server. You'll find them under the toy segment, under the Black Series figures, and under the vintage collection figures. You mentioned earlier how there was a surprise about these archive figures. And so there are a number of them. First being Leia with some soft goods. And I will say with all of these, it kind of makes sense because of how well the paint is, right? This photo real stuff is fantastic. It's absolutely.
So I think it didn't occur to me to do the New Hope Princess Leia Organa, but it's a really good choice because it's a well-loved figure. And yeah, as you say, with the photo real paint, it kind of does that thing that Archive should do, which is you can upgrade the figure you've got if you've already got it, or if you haven't got it, you don't have to pay a fortune to find a back version. You can get a new one.
Exactly. And she looks great.
Do you remember the first one that came out that really didn't look great?
That's what Mark was saying. The first one looked pretty bad.
Oh yeah. Cool. I wish I had one to hand for anyone who hasn't seen it. The very first one, they literally apologized for it as soon as it came out. It was like really bad.
I've got some to talk about in a little bit. We'll get there in just a bit, but in my vintage collection stuff. So we had Leia, and then I thought this Obi-Wan Kenobi was fantastic. He looks really good.
It's an interesting one for me because here in the UK, I've literally got about 6 of the original one because they were like on heavy discount, and it was like really easy to get hold of them for about sort of $7, the equivalent. So I am surprised that it's made it into the. I'm surprised it's made it into the archive, but I guess enough time's gone by and
it looks good. The lightsaber hilt here is great. It looks. It's absolutely stunning. I don't know that it looks a lot like Ian McGregor, right?
It looks okay. I don't know if you've got the next picture or one of the pictures. They've got him holding his lightsaber in quite a weird way. It's tentatively holding it. Look, it's like,
have a light grip on there, just the forefinger.
That's it. Yeah.
But he looks great. The boots on here, they have a kind of a leather kind of look about them. It truly is a good looking figure. I'll scroll down so that you can see those boots there. Yeah. They really do look nice, and I was impressed. So there's a nice figure. And then the one that I thought had the biggest chance of breaking the internet is Darth Revan. How about that?
A lot of love for Darth Revan, but they did do a rerun of him not so long ago, like in the box again. So I think a lot of people are wanting because that sold out really quickly and all that. But again, it's good. It's a good choice. Good, solid choice.
It is a very good, solid choice. He's a beloved figure. And they made a note about these lightsaber colors being extra vibrant color on these sabers. Let me see if I can get those.
Yeah.
And I have noticed that with these Black Series figures, they're tainted glass, right? And so they tend to be very, very light. But these are very vibrant, and I like that change. And I'm hoping that they. Matt, it's Form 19, the one finger form. On that Obi-Wan. Yeah, and this I saw Mark put this earlier. It's Revan's going for over $100 on eBay.
I need to get my old ones on eBay then.
And there he is. And he does have a soft cloak a soft goods cloak back here. You can see this.
Yeah, and is that like a Photoshop error in there, where he was like originally in against a blue background, but you see one of the holes in his cloak?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You can see like a blue dot in there.
There's. Oh, that's funny. No, I didn't notice that. But yeah, it's a very bright blue dot right there.
Yeah, it's consistent though. I think it appears in some other photos as well.
Yeah, but it looks great. Revan is loved, and again, I hope they carry with this lightsaber color on some of the newer ones, because I do like that vibrant color.
Yeah, it does look good. Look good.
So much better. I'm looking at some of the ones I've got sitting here, and let me grab one here, Ray. Give me your lightsaber. She don't want to go. But there we go. So let me just for comparison, right? Like anybody that's collected, this is the blue that comes with Ray, right? And I put my hand behind it. You can kind of see, like, it's kind of dull, right? It's and when it's sitting there, it looks like it's off, but it's got a blade. And when you look at this figure and you see like this purple, that's a really bright, that's a really bright color red, right? Really bright color purple, and wow, look how I mean,
that looks really good.
It really does. It really does. So. Revan, I'm sure. The pre-orders go up tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, right?
That's right. Yep. The press release said all of the figures go up for pre-order at the same time. So
yeah, very good. Hey, and Sheev, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. So there's Revan, and then we've got another archive from the 501st Legion. We've got a clone trooper here. The really cool part about this, Ducky says, they're a light side Revan too. No. Are these new? Yes, Sheev, they're brand new. They just came out. Were just announced today, and they go for pre-order tomorrow. So they won't actually ship for weeks, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be fall 21 that these come out.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really liked it. Look at the battered armor in the dirt, right?
Yeah. It's like, I think Mark's put it in the comment, like that one soul will just sell and sell all day long. All day long.
And because and this is like you and I posted in the Discord, like right now, Mandalorian and Clone Wars stuff are hot, right? They sell like crazy. And this is just printing money almost, right? Like
yeah, absolutely. And thank you, because people want them. So it's a fair deal, isn't it?
It is a fair deal. Imagine that, giving fans what they want. Revan and a 501st, they're going to make enough money on these Black Series figures. Maybe they'll decide to give me a Blurg. I don't know.
Well, you have to counter it with the loss on certain other figures, Santa.
I know. They did have to make a lot of Zuviums for the museum. So
it's a really good figure, that one.
It looks so good. The knee, I like the armor for the knee right behind that, or over the hinge there. That's going to look great. Just a wonderful, wonderful figure. So again, Black Series figures, Black Series collectors really did well today, I think. Now, then there's this whole run of Rogue One figures. And this, Galen, why Rogue One and why now?
That's 5 years. It's 5 years since Rogue One come out. So it's like a little mini anniversary. To be honest with you, I think the Rogue One figures, particularly the ones they're repacking, which we'll see later, really, really did need the upgrade.
Well, we know there's the new series coming out, Andor, and so we do have a lot of the figures that'll show up in that. So this will be great. But
I think it was.
This is a Rebels sequel. Not only that, but there's don't get Mark started on Rebels and vintage collection figures. Let's just don't open the can of worms.
But I think, and also there's been quite a lot of fan pressure because we haven't had Bodhi before, and like he was really missing. So again, you'll see that come up, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But the Rogue One collection was never really complete. It's like, I think this is a really good figure.
The texture on his uniform alone. I mean, this texture is gorgeous. Look at that. Like,
and it's a solid choice because it's not like it's not your first choice of figure, but it's a good enough character for it to not sort of be, where did that come from?
It really is. And again, go back to we've talked about it before, and it may get repetitive. The photo real paint. And look at that. The actor, he's got to be thrilled, right?
Mads will like it. So again, we're doing name drop. I've met Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, nice.
Right, I can guarantee you he will be all over that figure. He is one of the most excited guys that I've ever met who's been in the films. It's almost like he can't believe he's been in all these films. And he's actually over in the UK at the moment.
Oh,
he's doing Indiana Jones 5.
Oh, he's in that. Yeah. You know, I saw where Mark had the opportunity to go play D&D with you or stick around and maybe see Harrison Ford, and he chose to go play D&D with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't understand.
He chose wisely.
Again, the figure looks great all the way around. Again, people got to be pleased with that. Now, here you've got an epic mustachio. This is good. Yeah. And Talk Merrick. Again, just another, and they mentioned how they're releasing an X-wing.
Yeah.
And so here you get another pilot, and he looks really good unboxed there. Look at that.
It made me laugh when they announced this because they seem to make a big deal of it. Like the first non-orange.
No, they did.
Like because the paint is clearly what everyone was looking for, but also there has been non-orange suit, wasn't there? The it was the fan favorite one, which was the Legends. Who was it? Was it Jana Solo?
Yeah.
Did she have an X-wing, or was she a TIE fighter pilot? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. But I thought it was also funny that they said they reused the Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
We did. I mean, that's as plain out coming. We just did a repaint without saying repaint. That's
but actually, it's a sensible choice because again, he's a popular figure. Because he got that little petition, didn't he, for the vintage collection?
And that's an epic stash. I mean,
absolutely. They've already just done the design for him in vintage collection, so I'm sure it's not too difficult to take that design and scale it differently.
Is that
good choice?
Is the
Conan O'Brien?
Oh, Mark, that's funny, Mike. And so there's our X-wing pilot. And helmet on. And we'll talk about this a little bit later as well. But the Black Series figure, they're able to put the helmet on the head without it really disproportioning the head to body, right? There's a little bit of that, but it's a helmet.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fits really well. It looks great.
And you can still see his tash. That's the important thing.
Yeah, that's the important thing, right?
Yep, absolutely.
That's just great. And then just a really, really good looking Bodhi. And so you mentioned him just a minute ago, right?
Absolutely. So I think this is one of the main reasons why you're getting the Rogue One stuff now, because Bodhi was so missing from the collection. And they have in the past made a promise that they're going to fill the gaps where you've got nearly complete collections. So we had it with Rebels last year when Zeb came out.
Now, if it might just be me, but he reminds me of the rapper who He's in all the stuff now. Oh, I can't really think of his name. Somebody will put it on here. He looks like
we looks like the rapper Riz Ahmed.
that too. But he looks great. And again, the decal on the shoulder, flashlight. I mean, the whole thing. They made a point too about how that backpack comes off. You see it's a braided rope there. It's a really nice figure. Looks great. And I noticed the other arm actually has these little pins in there. Right? And I don't know. Those might come out. I'm not sure.
I doubt it, but it'd be interesting to see. It's good that he's got little bits on him. It's like, I hope they come out.
He looks.
In fact, actually, if you think about it, Hasbro, probably do hope they come out because they're easily lost. Requiring a repurchase if you want a complete.
He just again, like you said, this is a needed figure, and he looks good.
It's really good, and we waited a long time for him, so that's good.
And I really like Jin. She looked. Now this one here, I didn't share all the pictures that we have on Discord. So again, if you guys haven't joined our Discord, there's more motivation for you to come and join the Discord. There are more pictures on Discord. I just picked out a couple from each.
I think to let everyone know how many pictures there are for you to go through, I think I've put most of them up and I was sent 186.
Wow.
So there are a lot of high resolution pictures for you to have a look at in there.
So here's Jin. Like, if I go back in the box, you can tell she's got this head wrap on.
Yeah.
That head wrap comes off. You've got Jin Urso there wielding the pistol. It's nice.
And it is at the end of the day, it's a repaint, but it looks like a different figure compared to the original one. It looks amazing.
It's so good. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, again, they have to pick an expression, right? They don't come with different facial expressions. You get what's there, but look how beautiful. Like, again, just a wonderful job. Wow. Right?
It's amazing. It looks exactly like Felicity. It's brilliant.
She's absolutely gorgeous. And again, there's an actress who's going to absolutely love her figure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, how awesome is that? Moving on, we get Cassian. There he is. The name of the show, Cassian, the Andor series. We've got the Andor series coming up, and here he is, photorealistic paint, and there he is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I think of all of them, they still haven't nailed his head sculpt.
No.
But that looks infinitely better than the original.
I've just noticed, like, some they do better than others. Look, I don't.
That looks pretty good like that when you zoom in, doesn't it?
It really does. And look at the boots. I like just the detail. You got a buckle color. The different coloring on the buckle. The paint is unbelievable.
Yeah, and I love that gun. That 3-part gun that you put together. Lovely stuff.
Look at it, and just so people can see that, like, I skipped. So here's the base, here's the extension, and there's the front. So you can assemble that, and then
I think that was one that previously you could only get as part of a 3-pack.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure, because I think the Cassian that you bought solo was him in what looked originally everyone thought it was like Hoth gear, because he had his brown, he had like a blue coat on, and this one came with a Death Trooper and I think a Stormtrooper and him.
This angle for the photo is probably the best as far as like representing the actor, right? Like,
yeah.
Not every angle is going to be complimentary, but this one, it's not bad. Like you said, infinitely better than what you had. So you gotta take what you get. Now here's the one, K2.
Yeah.
Much improved. Again, they said the last one was sculpted before the movie came out, and then This one here has been updated with the eyes and proportions are really strong. I love K2SO, first of all.
He's excellent, but they're alleging he's not in
Not
in
Andor
Andor, but
yeah,
he's gonna be in it.
he'll be in by season 2 for sure. Yeah.
I can give you something's changed, right? So I can genuinely give you a scoop here because I've got this on a PC somewhere and it was never published. So I interviewed Alan Tudyk in New York Comic Con a couple of years ago, just after they had announced Andor, but he was promoting what was it? Illegal Alien.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got to ask him though. I said, "So how did it all happen with Andor?" Because he was. I don't know if you remember when they announced it. Cassian and Tudyk came out on stage and were joking that it's like a buddy film and all that sort of thing. So I said, "So how's it all planned?" And he said, "Well, basically, I had lots and lots of projects on the go, and then I got this phone call to say we're doing Andor, and they literally told me the filming schedule was the one break that I had." During my schedule, he said, so it was brilliant because I would have kind of had to got out of other things to do Star Wars because you can because it's Star Wars. He said, but I didn't have to. It all fell into place. And then pandemic happens, everything gets up in the air, and next thing you know, he's not in it.
Oh,
but I've got audio with him confirming he's in it.
Well, there you go.
And I think the official line was he was only ever there to promote it, but that's not what he said to me.
Well, it's like Mark said, it's just like Pedro Pascal lying, right?
Yep.
Saying that they've not filmed any of Mando 3. But there are so many people saying, yeah, not only has it filmed, but like there was a cast party. Like, it may be done. And Pedro's saying, no, we haven't filmed. And it's like, well, did you or did you not? One thing actors do really well is act. Really good acting.
That, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Mark pointed out it was so brilliant, wasn't it, the other day with that footage of Ewan asking Pedro about Mando 3 and him saying, "I've not been in it." And this is from Ewan, who for about like 8 years has lied about knowing nothing about Kenobi.
I don't know what you're talking about. What?
Yeah. So I don't get myself in trouble. It's more likely that he was originally in it, and then they've had to rewrite bits of it because of the schedule and that. So, I'm not saying K2SO is in it, but at one point he definitely was thinking he was in it.
I think he may be like. I think somebody made a really good point. Like the show starts, and maybe he's not in it, but he's still an imperial imperial control, right? So
I think Levi's got it right. In the comics.
Yeah. That's true. So let's move on. K2, he looks great. Again, just look at. I like this gun that he comes with. First of all, it's fantastic. And the weapon, and then here we go.
It's just uncanny, though, isn't it? It's just amazing. It was a good figure originally, and now it's just on a different level.
Oh yeah, just with some soft goods again.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really good, really good. It'll help with posing and doing whatever there. Yeah, he looks great. And again, the likeness, in the eyes, and all of that, it is just tremendous. Here he is with the look intensity. It's just great.
It's great.
So again, Black Series collectors, congratulations! You got a really nice set.
So Sancho, has this answered your question as to why they've re-released it? Because we're looking at each one, even the re-releases, and we're going, "They're so much better. They're so brilliant."
Well, no, that's absolutely right. This photoreal paint, I can understand why they're anxious to get these out because, and you've mentioned it several times as well. The first go weren't necessarily great, right? Like if you got to apologize, like sorry, doesn't look like the person, but here you go.
Yeah. Oh, and there's Baze. Look.
He looks great. Baze Malbus, and again, some nice accessories with him.
So to carry on with the theme of Alan Tudyk and Baze and all that, I'm hoping everyone in the comments has seen the amazing clip of the guy who plays Baze at Celebration talking about Rogue One before it comes out. And obviously his English isn't brilliant, and Alan Tudyk sat next to him. And in front of a whole arena of Star Wars fans, he says, this film's amazing and the acting is great and it's really emotional, and the bond between myself and Donnie Yen's character are really strong. The point in the film where we die is really quite emotional, and you can just see next to him Alan Tudyk as he hears that go.
That's classic.
Yeah. Hunt down the clip. It's fairly popular, but I'll put it in the Discord.
There you go. Here, this would have been nice if this were maybe soft goods back here. It's a nice big piece of plastic back there, but
yeah.
Still, just
everyone loses that gadget he's got. The amount of time on Black Series sites, the amount of times people say, "I've just found this in the box. What is it?" It's Baze. It's Baze.
That's great. So, and I think that wraps up the Black Series. Now they did have
they pipeline, didn't they?
Right, the pipeline. So you've got the Jeddah Patrol Trooper Bib Fortuna.
And,
of course, Bib is back in everything now, right? So he's in the Bad Batch. He's in Book of Boba Fett. Well, he was in Mando season 2. He's dead now, but
so we know how his story ends. But yes. I just want to go to the concept. I'm really pleased that Hasbro seem to be pushing now more into the pipeline.
And again, they're trying to kill me because these Black Series. Look, I get Mayfeld and Fennec Shand.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
so you got Merrick, and then what happened?
Then what happens? Right. I don't know.
Well, now Black Series gets Merrick.
Yeah. Well, you got Mayfeld, Fennec. You got Nomad, Boba, and Cobb.
It wouldn't have been a Star Wars live event if we hadn't had some sort of Boba revealed at some point. So I was getting a bit worried at one point, but then saw the pipeline and there he was.
Oh, just great Mando troopers, right? So I mean, figures like these are great. They're gonna sell hot.
I was really pleased when I saw Cobb Vanth.
Oh, you have to be.
Because I was worried that he was going to be sort of overlooked.
And they've got to get Ming-Na Wen's image right? She's
just absolutely
so timeless. She's great. So, So Black Series collectors, congratulations, my friends. Good job. Yeah. Nice day for you. Maybe not so great for your budget.
No.
And
and I'm reliably informed that that's not it at the moment. There's going to be some more reveals. I think they trailed, didn't they, that there's more coming?
They did. They said there's another one that's coming soon, right? They're going to have another reveal. I go re-listen. I want to say later this month even.
Oh, yeah. I think it is later this month. I think if you think your wallets have taken a battering or overnight, prepare yourself.
Yeah. Mark, good luck. Good. Say that all of you Black Series collectors, I'm envious. At the same time, my wallet, my budget, and my wife are happy that I didn't get everything that I wanted in this release. But we'll talk about the vintage collection here. I'm just I'm updating the window here, so
sure, yeah.
So we can take a look.
But I thought it was good because I think there was lots of rumors about Rogue One. But I think there was more reveals about Rogue One than people was expecting, particularly with Galen and Merrick. I think Galen's been mentioned in the past in the rumor mill, but I don't think anyone was expecting it. So that was, I thought, pretty good. And the quality of the Rogue One reissues makes it worthwhile in my mind anyway. And then, like I say, the archives weren't they were a really good choice of archive figures, and didn't see it going. And of course, yes, as Mark says, Black Series also getting HasLab, which they confirmed would not be a vehicle.
Not a vehicle. And so we had somebody on Discord said that they really wanted, a Black Series Millennium Falcon. You're like, well, how much space do you have? Like,
if they do a Black Series Millennium Falcon, they should do just the cockpit.
Right.
I think that's a really. I think that's a really good opportunity, because the cockpit of the Falcon spans the original and the sequel trilogy, so you can put Rey in there as much as you can put Han and Chewie.
So Mark's again, he's poking the bear because he knows where we're headed. You know? So this HasLab project, it's not a vehicle. So speculate. Blurg is a good one.
Blurg is a good guess. I think you can go for any sort of creature. I think they've pretty much indicated it's going to be a creature, isn't it? Because, well, I hope it's a creature, because I don't want it to be a diorama, because that would be a bit weird. But Blurg, Bantha, I guess, is in there. Rancor's up there and there.
Right. Lucci.
Yeah.
Little baby Rancor.
Absolutely. I think I've seen quite a lot of people go, oh, Rancor will be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, just get your list of creatures. A Womp. Can you imagine they've got a Black Series Womp already, but it's not the right scale, is it?
Well, with all of those Boba Fett's out there, you would think there would at least be one Sarlacc.
Great Dragon.
Well, Sarlacc. We need a If you got Boba Fett, you need a Sarlacc.
Absolutely.
That's where
Black Series Sarlacc. That'd be awesome.
That's where Boba belongs. Right? He belongs in the belly of the Sarlacc. So, you can put it back in.
It could be one of those fish from the goober fish from episode 1. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That would be good. Yeah. And Elvis is in the building. Yeah, get a crate dragon.
Yeah. In just 50 easy assemblable parts.
Take up your whole living room. Yeah. So let's switch over to our vintage collection releases today. Again, a little bit of an odd one. Now, I know they're going back for this, kind of throwback thing, but here we just get a kind of the run-of-the-mill trooper. This isn't Luke. This isn't,
Yeah. Well, when I was watching this, it was the classic again. I was working, so I had the volume down, and I genuinely thought they're showing Luke again. I didn't realize it was until I looked at it properly. I was like, oh, no, he's a rebel trooper.
It's just a rebel. Yeah, a rebel trooper. Great. That's wonderful. And I think I only did two of them because we didn't have the box twins in there. So, and again, we talked about it. There's a reason for this.
Let's see. Army building. Get in there.
An army building is certainly important. And then just the amount of detail and tooling that they can do today versus the originals. And they're trying to go back on the original 96 or whatever, right? And this is good for building your base. I like that the goggles come off.
Yep.
They display that well. It's a good looking figure, but certainly nothing that is, and again, Mark's saying it's an army builder. It's expensive on eBay. So,
good choice.
Yeah. But nothing to get excited about. Nothing, certainly not a Revan.
But then you get this.
Then we get Mithril. We do get Mithril in Mandalorian both seasons, so we do get a nice selection of Mandalorian figures. I'm fairly happy about that. In the Mithril, we were already going to get him in Carbonite with the Razor Crest, but now you get him in pre-Carbonite. Or post-carbonite, pre-carbonite. How neat is this? You get the little puppy, right? Like that's pretty neat. That you get his puck. It's great. A little Photoshop there when you zoom in, but that's okay.
Did they say on the and you can see the 3D printing lines as well. Did they say on the stream that he's actually the first character to go into the Razor Crest? I think he's right. They're right.
Yeah. Right, he's the first one we see on screen because
Yeah,
when we first see Mando, he's walking into the bar. Right, he's doing his cleaning.
yeah.
Uh, and then Mithril runs
Then
ahead and jumps
runs in, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He looks great, and wonderful to have as part of your collection. And
Oh,
I thought
Mark's getting salty in the chat.
well, we're going to talk about Patrick in just a minute. We'll talk about that. And then I do have another one of him holding a pistol there. So it's a good looking figure, and I'm happy to getting more of those season one. Let me just okay. I've been provoked enough. It doesn't take too much, but here I've got season 2.
Yep.
Right. Where's my season 1? And here's the thing. You've got the sculpt.
Yeah.
Paint the guy and give me season 1 already. How hard is that? You've already got it. This doesn't,
Where's the hurry? So was he in the Razor Crest?
Yeah, he got
Season
shot
1?
in the Razor Crest. He was hiding in there.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Yeah, yeah. Was he hiding in there, or was he hiding under it? Because didn't he approach him on the ramp?
Yeah, he got approached on the ramp and he got shot. Now, Carl Weathers here, his likeness on this, not so great. Not so great.
Perhaps they're taking their time and having another go.
Look at you. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I just say there's no hurry. I don't think having him not in season 1, I don't think that's broken the Patrick promise. I don't think he was on the Razor Crest. I think he was near the Razor Crest.
I'm telling you, it's a repaint. And it would be like you gave me season 2, Grief Karga, before you gave me season 1. Come on now.
Sorry, can we record this bit? Star Wars Santa is shouting out to Hasbro, please give me a repaint. All I want you to reveal in the next section is a repaint. That's all I ever want.
I mean, it's easy. It's easy. You've already got it. Just repaint the. Take the beard off and give him a different outfit. That's all we need. But also season 1. There's episode 6 where the prison thing where you got Zero, who actually flew the Razor Crest.
That is true. That is true.
Come on now, Zero. Yeah. You've got him coming out in a Black Series.
I think he'll come out at some point. I think you'll have to wait too long, will you?
Okay. Well, we do have the prison episode, and there's
that's true. You could argue all of those figures should be released.
At least Zero. Come on, he flew it. so I'll give you he just got shot on the ramp. Okay.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is a different costume completely. He's not with the repaint. Mark, but we're missing a few season 1. So when you talk about everybody who interacted with the Razor Crest and Mark giving Patrick a little grief here, that's true. And the blurgs. So
that is a very true.
We're going to come back.
We're in the hold. The blurgs were in the hold.
We'll come back to those in just a moment because there's somebody else. Speaking of season 1, we've got Bo-Katan, who was obviously in season 1 because we wouldn't be getting season 2 figures that didn't have anything to do with the Razor Crest before we got our season 1 figures that did. Right?
Yeah, but it's Bo-Katan, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's Bo-Katan. I'm happy.
There's a lot of people. I was going to say, I'm not sure there's going to be too many people who are going. I wish to complain.
I had to play it out. No, Bo-Katan. I'm thrilled to death. We're getting Bo-Katan, Katie Sackhoff. She looks great. It's fantastic mold. and the helmet comes separate. And this is why I mentioned it before.
Yeah.
This is they've got a little peg on them. For anybody that doesn't know, I've got an example right here. Yeah. So here's vintage collection, right? Here's Din Djarin with his noggin, right? And then Din Djarin's helmet. So you can put the helmet on, but it's got a peg in there. So you pop the head off, and then you pop the helmet on. And they talked about how that was intentional because the helmet gets disproportionate with this series.
Yeah. Whereas with the Black Series,
yeah,
you can pop the helmet off and you've got the head underneath.
Right. So again, for Black Series, that's great because they can control that. But with this, with this size, to put a helmet that would fit over the head would
No, I think it's good what they've done, because what they're showing is that they recognize that it does make a difference, the scale.
It certainly does.
And I think that's good.
I agree, and she looks great. And here she is holding the guns there, and then we of course get her with the helmet on. So this is absolutely beautiful. I'm excited about ordering them tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
There
1
you go.
o'clock Eastern. You can pre-order these tomorrow. It'd be great.
And was that it for the vintage
No.
collection? Wasn't it? I think that was it, wasn't it?
Oh.
Oh.
Santa's a happy boy. I got Quill. So here we go.
Oh, there you go, Quill. I promised I'd take a drink every time you said it. So. There we go.
Oh, I'm so happy. This is fantastic. I was happy to see him in the little trailer thing they had in there. And he was released for every other line, every other toy line you can think of. We already had him. And here we go. Quill for the vintage collection. How awesome is that? And
look, he looks as surprised as you are.
He looks great. I am thrilled to death. I am very, very happy. Finally getting just a critical figure to this season 1 Razor Crest, because the Razor Crest was taken apart by all those off-world Jawas, and Quill here said it'll go faster if you help me put it back together. So
it looks good.
I'm so happy. And they made a point of saying, look, he's even got the rockers on the feet. Which ones don't? I don't know, but anyhow, that makes me happy. And I was hoping they would give us the blurg. And I even saw that there were some. Let me see if I've got. Yeah, there's a bit on there where they've got some blurred out stuff on the desktop.
Oh yeah.
And you can see, the Razor Crest, and here's Mando, Din Djarin's laying here. You got some other stuff, but they blurred this section out, and I don't know what's under there. Doesn't look like a blurg to me, but I went back and looked just because I couldn't help myself. I'm like, okay, you've given me the guy that I've been waiting for. Where's my blurg? But,
see, now, doesn't that just beautifully sum up Star Wars collectors?
It does.
You haven't even got this in your hand yet, and but why haven't I got the next thing?
I can tell I've become a proper collector now because I complain about. Right, if you don't, you can't be a proper Hasbro Star Wars figure collector unless you're complaining about what you didn't get.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
Give us all these brilliant figures. Give me Bo-Katan. Give me Quill. Give me just a wonderful, wonderful line. Yeah. And the first thing's, where's my blurg? Where is my season 1 Grief Karga? Right, like. I'm a proper collector. I feel, proud of myself because I can complain.
You're there. You're firmly in the zone. Dave Tree, who sometimes comes into the comments, was telling me the other day that his heart sinks when someone comes in to collect their pre-orders, because he said I literally hand them over in the bag and they don't look at them and they literally say, "When's the next stuff coming in?" And he said, he goes, I can't say to them, "Where's the joy in what you've just got?" If you know what I mean? Why didn't you just spend 5 minutes going, "Oh, I've been waiting for these"? But he said, no, they literally just say, "So when's the next delivery then?"
And see, Mark's already trying to get me to rage about getting the frog lady. Look, Mark, I've still got to get the prison episode. So I need Zero. I need.
I see. I'm all in for the frog lady. I think the frog lady's got to be up the top of the list there somewhere.
She certainly will. So let's get back here. We've got a couple more to go through. IG-11.
Ooh.
Now, we knew about him before, right? Like, he's supposed to be what I keep hearing, like November. Is that right?
I don't know. It's just a rumor at the moment, isn't it? So.
Oh yeah, I've heard it a lot, like over and over again, and maybe I've been reading too much on Yak Face.
It's like it's going to happen at some point, isn't it? Because it's a relatively easy figure for them to bring out that's different enough, but won't need retooling that much.
Right, and I thought it was funny that they went ahead and showed us.
Yeah,
right? He's not blurred out, right?
And they don't, and that's not an accident, because those videos will have been watched frame by frame.
Well, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
When I got home from the hand surgeon today, that's the first thing I did. I put it on at 0.25 and watched frame by frame, and rewound and watched them over again.
Santa, I've got to ask the question: how easy is it to turn your green screen on? Because I actually genuinely want to see what happens to your finger when you do.
Okay. It's pretty easy. I'll show you here when we can. It's pretty easy. Again, for HasLab folks, we already knew this, but it's nice to get to see again. We get soft cloak with our Mando, and I'm excited about getting that, because again, this one here is great and all, but that cape gets in the way. It gets in the way a lot. And to get a soft goods cape is great. So happy about that. And then, the pram. So
is it the chrome pram, isn't it?
It is. It's the chrome one. So again, with the vintage collection, we've got the plastic one. It looks great, right? It looks great. But we knew that with this, the HasLab project, we were going to get this chrome vac sealed pram. So another nice little view of that. It was nice to get in that video. And again, my blurred out things, they've got something over here they don't want me to see, and I don't know what it is. And then, of course, we do have some pipeline reveals with the vintage collection. Bib Fortuna, again, there he is, and Lobot.
And that's a good solid pipeline. It's like, have they done pipeline for vintage collection before?
No.
Is this the first time? So I think it's really good. I you've heard me say it before. I love pipeline because it gets rid of the whole rumor thing.
Yeah, a blurred out swoop bike. It could be, absolutely could be. When we talk about season 2, and they could reveal the swoop bike with the vintage collection Cobb van. That would be nice.
That'd be good. Yeah,
that'd be great. And yeah, you can get soft goods custom capes. Yeah, I'm aware of that.
So I was pleased to see Lobot revealed here.
Yeah, that's very nice.
He's very popular.
He is, and they even included a whole ship full of them in the Clone Wars animated series. Right? Was it Clone Wars or Rebels? Now I'm double thinking myself. I think it's Clone Wars. There's a whole ship full of these enhanced folks.
There you go. Marks to the rescue. They pipelined IG-11 and Bespin Lando for the vintage collection a couple of months ago.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we do. I knew IG-11 was coming, but yeah, and the Navarro Cantina.
Yeah.
So I could put my season 2 Grief Karga in my Cantina, but I don't have my season 1 Grief Karga.
Now, do you know what figure I want for the Navarro Cantina? I would like to see the client.
The client. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see the client. He would be great. But if I'm going to get the puck there with
Mithril,
Mithril, then you need to have Grief Kargas from season 1 with that puck. So I'm just saying that would be nice. That'd be nice. So I told you I would turn the green screen on. Let me do this for you.
Yeah, I want to see the floating finger. This looks like it could be good.
It's pretty interesting. So let me do that, and then turn. So there you go. You can see the background. Let me get close so people can see. So there you go.
Yay!
Gone. The finger's gone. I put it in front of the fireplace. There you go. So I knew that would be a little strange to have that on there. Get the client as a pack-in. So there was one other thing, and I posted it on. I posted it on the Discord. In the YouTube video that you did today for this whole thing, they did say, and I put it in quotes, that they showed this whole thing to Jon Favreau, and they're talking about experiencing it with him and showing it to him, and he said we're pulling panels and looking at wires, and I went back to re-listen to that, and he said pulling panels and looking at wires. Well, what wires?
What in the in the vintage collection Razor Crest? Or?
In the Razor Crest, in the HasLab project, there were a lot of rumors that it was going to be have electronics.
Oh, I see.
Sounds and lights.
I see. I read it more as the Razor Crest is sort of forever being ripped apart. So if you take the panels off, you can see all the wires underneath, can't you? And they said a lot of bits are coming off the canopy, off the side and that.
Right.
So I didn't read it as real wires. I read it as exposed wires on the Razor Crest.
Well, I'm forever hopeful that they're going to give us a nice surprise. And please be lights and sounds. Yeah. Please.
Mark, you just have to do the sound effects yourself. as you're whizzing it around.
Well, I did look at it. So I heard that, and I told you, I watched the thing at 0.25 speed, and I went back and rewatched it. And I was specifically looking if I could see, early in some of the first videos of that Razor Crest, you could see what looked like an LED bulb on the bottom of that engine. Yeah. And I'm very sad to say that I could not see a little LED bulb sticking out.
I think Mark said the prototype legit had lights on it. Yeah. They have a history of, particularly the R2-D2, of putting or experimenting with putting little lights on in the past. You've got sound effects and stuff in there. So I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the future we get figures that have little lights and that on them. And Mark's absolutely right. I would be amazed if the very first prototypes, they didn't try everything.
Right. I think that's probably the case. I was also very careful to look when they were attaching the wing to the body. There's 3 pegs. There's two round ones that are just regular pegs, and then there's a broader one in the middle. And I looked to see if that looked like it had connectors on it or anything, and it doesn't. So it makes me sad. But when I heard him say they were pulling panels and looking at wires, I said, "What?"
Your heart jumped.
It did. I got very excited. So we've got another reveal coming in just a couple of weeks. Any intuition? What would you kind of look for in that?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't think we're done with Rogue One. Because of the mix that we got today, that seems like there's more in it than we was expecting.
Yeah,
I think we because they have made a point of saying it's like a mini anniversary thing, and they've said it in all the previous ones as well. So what they didn't say today was, there you go, that was our Rogue One anniversary.
Yeah, but who's left?
There's loads of characters. There's Two Tubes,
Okay.
Saw Gerrera.
Oh yeah, Saw Gerrera.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And in fact, they said in the pipeline, didn't they, that there's a Jeddah Stormtrooper for the vintage collection coming through. So
yeah, and Mark said Ponda and
Ponder and Everson, yeah.
So
and it would be an easy one to do. Well, not an easy one, but it's a sensible one to do Ponder and Everson because they can pitch it as Rogue One, but everyone will want them because of the original.
All right.
I personally would want Boar Gullet, but that's not going to happen. with his wobbly tentacles to Bodhi.
I'm going to hold out some hope for a blurg. I really don't think I'm going to get one anytime soon. Maybe August or September.
They did announce a blurg today. They announced was it Mission Fleet blurg?
Again, they have to fill out, but so we learned this with we learned this with Quill. You have to create it for every line that you possibly could, every toy line, every product line before you release it for vintage collection. So that's how it went with Quill. So they did announce the blurg today.
Yeah.
One thing that I saw, they didn't announce anything, absolutely nothing today, was the retro collection.
No, that's true. There was no retro collection in there at all.
And I think we bragged the last time how well they covered all the different lines, and they were really good about mixing in different content from all of those lines. This time, it's Black Series heavy. We got some very nice things for the vintage collection, but and I noticed it because I was rewatching the video and I saw the comments come up.
There you go, Dale.
There's Kira right above Zuvium's shoulder, right there. Yep. Yes. I saw people in the comments just typing retro, and it was spooling up. And I thought, they did.
But like I say, the good thing for that, or the good problem they've got, is people at the moment are only going to get cross. They don't get the figure they want because it's not like they're running out of options of what figures to bring out. So when you ask your question, what do you think we're getting? It is pure speculation. I hope we get to see some more Bad Batch actually. Because that'll be sort of gearing up towards the end of season, I guess, at that point.
Yeah, so you bring something up really good, so we can kind of close out today. I've got an errand I need to run here, but I do want to bring up the Bad Batch because we got really nothing Bad Batch related today in announcements.
You got a full wave of Mission Fleet.
Well, but not Bad Batch.
Yeah. No, you got the full Mission Fleet Bad Batch, including Echo and
look at you.
Yeah,
I got nothing today for Bad Batch. You didn't listen to my comment. We got nothing today about Bad Batch. Just because you already have yours ordered.
You mean you don't get all the Mission Fleet stuff? It's
I did order Echo. I do have Vintage Collection Echo on order. So
there you go.
I have that. So I would expect to get got zero. Oh yeah, I got zero Bad Batch today. Right, we got Echo the last time, but no. Mark again.
Well, I genuinely don't think Mission Fleet is aimed at our demographic. If you look at the pub, if you go and have a quick look at the Discord, I think it's like not wishing to go into a whole different discussion, but there is a thing about kidults versus kids.
Yes.
And packaging is always Dave Tree taught me this. Packaging is always the giveaway. So if you look at the Black Series and the Vintage Collection packaging, they're not for kids. They're for us.
So again, you bring up a good point. So Bad Batch, we have a great big cliffhanger from the last episode, right?
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people have looked at their Black Series figures and looking at the little side panels, and there's my see-through finger again.
Brilliant.
They're looking at those panels and they're seeing could this be? Could this be? Who would you speculate we might be getting as that cliffhanger reveal there at the end?
So we are lacking Echo in Black Series, so it would make sense that they release that, even if it's not in his standard costume, because then that gives them the option to do that normally.
Yeah.
It's just a bit. I think the last episode, without giving anything away, makes me feel like the second half of the Bad Batch story is going to go off in all sorts of directions. And I wonder if they've held back because there's going to be lots of different options as to what the figures could look like. So I think, to be fair, on the next time we catch up, or at some point in the future when you catch up, you might be sitting there saying, well, as a vintage collector, I've got all of the greatest costumes of the Bad Batch, whereas you poor Black Series people are set with the standard costumes they had in episodes 1 to 6 or whatever.
Yeah, it's very rare that I can hold anything over you guys. Because and it was brought up today that like Black Series collectors today got a very good day. And lots of fantastic figures, high demand kind of figures, just great stuff. And what you don't get or what you don't have yet, they'll take care of you.
We'll get there. But also, I do think for the vintage collector, although it was only 4 reveals, they were pretty good reveals.
They were. Yeah, I mean, 3 of them tie right into Mandalorian, which is great. Makes me happy. And all I need now, and again, this is it's never all I need, because as you clearly stated before, right? Collectors will never have all they need because there's always something. Right? Where's my season 1 Grief Karga?
Yeah,
I don't have him. Where I need Zero to pilot my Razor Crest. I need that whole crew. There's some figures I don't have from season 1 that I'd be very happy.
So I'm going to set myself then, seeing as though the tone of this is now to get the angry red eyes as to why we haven't got. I'm going to start the campaign now to say, why haven't we got any Black Series holiday special figures? Why have we not got Akmina? Why have we not got Lumpy?
That's a Black Series holiday special figure.
No, that's a holiday figure. I'm talking about the true Star Wars holiday special. I want B. Arthur on my shelf. Hell, actually, no, I want a deluxe B. Arthur.
So I did see a lot of things on Yak Face's social media this week saying that they thought perhaps we're getting a Wookiee for Black Series in the release today, and that didn't happen. So there's a chance you could get a Wookiee before the year's out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wookiees are sort of popular figures.
So if you were to take a bet on who was on that holo feed on the last episode of the Bad Batch, who would you take?
I thought it was Bale.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's Bale. Working harder to make it somebody else. A lot of times, the easiest answer is the correct one.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense. I mean, people make really strong arguments for being Maul or for being Rex. Rex is a really strong, I think, second. But Client and Pershing.
It feels a bit too soon for Rex to be mobilized. And bear in mind, when we saw in Rebels, he was wasn't he on that sort of AT-AT, just sort of keeping himself to himself, wasn't he? He didn't, unless I'm getting it wrong, I'm sure someone will tell me in the chat, but Rex wasn't really active, was he, in the Rebel Alliance at that point? He was brought into it when they found him, wasn't he?
Well, I think it could be, well, we see Rex in Rebels. But the Ahsoka novel kind of puts the timelines at a kind of rough spot.
Right.
But I think Bail Organa could absolutely be who they're. I think that's probably who they're talking to.
And we have to remember this is really close after Order 66, isn't it? Still, this isn't a mobilized group, and we know that Bale was beginning to organize things during Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, there was the cut scene, which I know doesn't count because it was cut, but there was the birth of the Alliance, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Whilst the Empire was born, there was the splinter group that did the Alliance. So I think it's Bale. I'm happy to be wrong, though.
So just want to close out. I'm already late. My dad is waiting for me to come.
Oh, right. Okay.
So we do have a prediction sheet out there. I saw Elvis got his in. Have you got your predictions in for the Bad Batch?
No, I should do that tonight.
You should. It'd be great. We're having a lot of fun with it. Mark is not doing so well, so he's setting a fairly low bar for people to beat.
I did get my Tom Kane right.
Yeah.
When we was on last time, you said, "What do you think we're going to see on the Bad Batch before it come out?" And I said, "A Tom Kane intro." And in the first episode, there was
only the first. Yeah,
I'll take it. It's the win.
Win's a win. That's right.
Win's a win.
You got to take it. Look, I have so much fun with doing these with you, and this is great. I look forward to getting together again soon. And we've been talking about maybe trying to get a collector's stream together. So definitely getting in yourself and Elvis and and maybe a couple of young guys who are trying to get into the collecting business, and we can answer questions and talk about it. It'd be a fun stream. So,
absolutely.
So you guys come join our Discord. There's lots more pictures out there. We have good discussions, and we will be back very soon to do this again. Before your credit card payment has been made, you'll get to buy more. So look forward to that.
And I'm looking forward to. I think here is my prediction for the next stream. So you can go. I think it'll be the first time ever that there's some sad news that a previously announced figure has been pulled, and the vintage collection won't be getting Quill. I think they're going to mess with your emotions.
Well, I need those clicks. I need the clicks. So, if I can get Angry Eye Santa in the thumbnail, then
I'm going to start the cancel Quill petition now.
Oh, you're a terrible person. It's been fun again. Look, we'll look forward to seeing you guys soon. 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern. Pre-orders go up, so you guys look for your favorite retailers. Certainly go to the Hasbro site itself sells them as well. I don't remember. Are some of these big box exclusives or no?
No, they've put them. I think there's some of them are Target exclusives, but they use Big Bag Toy Store as a sort of generic, available everywhere, including. But there are a couple of Targets. I think the Galen Urso is a Target exclusive.
Look what you've done.
See that?
Yeah, 1 o'clock Eastern. 1 o'clock.
People have spoken. People have spoken.
All right, folks. Santa's got to go. I've got to go pick up my dad, and we got
Merrick's the Target exclusive as well. There you go.
There you go, Merrick. There you go. All right. Well, thanks so much. I appreciate you being here with me again. And I'm just going to cut it off quickly today and say thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon. And Merry Christmas. May the force be with you all. Bye-bye.